echo, I can't stop it. I'll just put it in my wife's place so that.
चलिए बच्चों, तब तक हम बच्चे नहीं सभी बड़े भी हैं। नमस्ते। This is day 4, session number 1 and week 2, and we are here for this.
Can you see, madam, the screen?
For this session, and let us pray to begin with this session.
Can you see the screen?
Recite Om 3 times with me. Om. Om. Om Bhurbhuvah Svah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Samgacchadhvam Samvadadhvam Samvomanansi Janatam Deva Bhagam Yatha Purve Samjnana Upasate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste again. Hope things will be fine now and we will be able to start smoothly with this session. This session is basically, I must say, there is no Indian who has never heard about 3 characters. Do you know those 3 characters?
Hello, ma'am. Can you see me?
One is.
Can you hear me?
One is Shivaji Maharaj, another is Maharana Pratap, and third is Maharani Lakshmi Bai. So Oak Ji is here. He will be giving a presentation, a different perspective about the battle of HaldiGhati.
Hello.
And I will try to handle things properly if I can, but this is going to be a one-way traffic only because Oak Ji is not able to hear us from this side. He is not able to hear anything. So I think I should put him on this speaker view and he can start with his slideshow and let us see how do we handle this session. Okay, Oak Ji, you can start now.
अरे जाके लगता है.
Hello.
Ji, aap
Can
start.
you hear me now? Nice. It's coming picture in picture. I don't know. Yeah.
आपको क्या दिखाई दे रहा है उसको बॉदर मत कीजिए, आप अपना प्रेजेंटेशन शुरू कीजिए।
बरोबर, ठीक आहे. सगळा गोंधळ झालेला आहे. मी नंतर फोन करते. बाबाला काही आता येत नाहीये, जमत नाहीये. थांब 5 मिनिटं.
Well, gentlemen, there seems to be some sort of a break, which I was not intending. I was to show you some slides, about more than 50, and now we are wasting time in this small administrative problems. Somehow or the other, I am not able to tie up the situation. But let me start saying, here I see my screen, but it is only a small screen. You are sharing screen. Is there any possibility, admin, to see this, the screen which is shown here very small in my side? The screen is already there, which I want to show all those slides. Can you help me out?
Everything looks fine from our side, Oak ji. Everything looks very fine. Don't bother about what you are seeing on your own system.
Hello, I can't hear you.
So what can I do now?
Hello.
Ji.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
hello,
we can hear you very much.
I can't hear you.
Ma'am, I'm Neha Pradhan. I'm his daughter. Just give me 2 minutes. I will call him and I'll let him know that I'll let him know that everybody is okay. He can start. Just give me 2 minutes.
Okay, okay.
हॅलो. हॅलो.
Hello, I'm getting the information. Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me? Okay. Well, gentlemen, My screen is not showing anything, but let me start. Gentlemen, today I am going to speak to you regarding the Battle of HaldiGhati as presented by military commanders. Somehow or the other, I am not able to show you the slides as it seems, but let me continue on this with me with the slides which I am having. Let me show you. Can you see the slides here? Okay. I'm not able to see them. That's the problem. Okay, I'll just leave this here and continue on my slides. Okay. Okay, gentlemen, I think we are on, and let me continue slideshow from the beginning. Well, this is what the Battle of HaldiGhati, the presentation cover. Now we will see how is Josh, because though the Josh was not in the beginning, let me say, whenever there is a battle, there has to be a war slogan. And as you know, in the Indian Army and Air Force traditions, there are some war cries. And I want everybody, Madam Admin, please put all the mute to unmute. And I want to say that everybody should say along with me. When I say Bharat Mata Ki, these listeners or the readers should see and say Jai. Okay. Shall we try it once? Bharat Mata Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Rajputana Rifles. Bolo Ramchandra Ki
Jai.
Jai. Bolo Bajrang Bali Ki Jai.
Jai.
Bolo Shivaji Maharaj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Anyway, this was my intention, that everybody should come on the same line or same thinking, because the mindset has to be there to understand the battles. Now here I am just showing some pictures. These pictures I am trying to show you that they will slowly come on the screen. That is the reason why I am showing this to you. Now we will begin from here. One second. Yeah, I have started. Thank you. Okay, so this is that famous posture of Chetak, whose hoofs are near the ears of the elephant of Raja Mansingh. And the idea is that the hoofs are there to somehow or the other imbalance the elephant and the mahout who is sitting on top of it. And so the control is lost by the elephant and the mahout. Here in this situation, as you are seeing it, this spear, which is very long, at least about 12 feet or more, was aimed at Raja Mansingh, but somehow or the other, this mahout came in between and got injured and fell down from the elephant. As this particular thing was happening, the the swing of the elephant of Maharaja Mansingh, which has having a long sword which was held and in the trunk of the elephant, he was swinging it both sides, and this swing of this has, you can see it here, that the swing has cut the left side of the Rana Pratap's rear legs, Chetak's rear legs, and that was the damage. However, the damage was, but the Chetak did not somehow lose the balance and kept on and started walking from there or trotting from there in spite of this injury. We'll go quickly. These are the instances which are very famous, and that's why I have taken and focused them now, so that later on what and how they are to be linked, that we'll see. Before that, when this had happened, then this security ringleader Jhala Mansingh, he rushed to prevent the damage to Rana Pratap, because since the Chetak was limping, there was a chance that he will get injured or he will get killed. So he immediately came and asked him to dismount and go away for this run to safety. Now Maharana, he realized the situation, because as per their plan, in this particular type of eventuality, he was not to go on the battlefield, but to stay somewhere in the gorge of this Ghati, yellow colored Ghati that is called Haldi. And that is the reason why the Jhala Mansingh took over the situation. It's a tactical retreat. This particular Mansingh, Rana Pratap, on his Chetak, which was limping, somehow he realized that he has to go into the main, the thickness of this particular Haldi Ghati. Idea or the plan was that both sides, these bhils, were to hide, and as and when the troops of Mansingh start coming, they are to be ambushed in between. So to achieve or to realize, to get that target, he retreated in this particular gorge, so that the other the Mughal force will follow him. That was the basic idea of coming back out of from that main field, battlefield, and bring them into this valley, or this not valley, it is a gorge or Ghati. As the things were happening, though Chetak was injured at a particular place, Chetak limping, but he was serving to the master most obediently and kept up for about 10 kilometers. And at one place there came a dry stream of bed of 20 feet deep and more than 25 feet broad. The exhausted Chetak could not pass the long jump test and fell down. This is what you are seeing it here. And then both of them were injured. With moist eyes, Maharana Pratap kissed his tame beloved son, parted to lead the rest of the troop. And that is how this particular very well famous, and because of which Chetak's monument is also there. And Chetak is also equally remembered along with Maharana Pratap. Now this particular battle scene, as you are seeing it here, this tears in the eyes of Maharana and Chetak taking his last breaths. Now let me go back to the situations, how this particular situation arisen. What were the scenes right from early in the time morning and in between what had happened. So I have now focused on some of the issues which were there in the battlefield. So we'll go one by one. Here in this you will see the around 6:30, here in the corner you keep on watching the scene number 1, that means the area in which the activity is going on, and the timing around 6:30 in the morning on 18th of June 1576. The situation of the battle, the forces of Maharana was somewhere like this. The bhils which are shown in this orange color, they were on the small hillocks, on the hiding themselves. Idea was whenever the troops of Mughals keep on walking or going from here, they have to be harassed and they have to scatter and scare them off. So you will see here, here are the hills, here are the hills, here are the hills, here are the hills. So they had captured on the hills, the bhils were there. The elephant camp was here, so that as soon as the confirmation or signal is given by the showing of flags, automatically the elephant force will start from here and join. The battlefield is shown here in the black color, this circle. This is an imaginary figure. It's only thing to show that for the viewers to understand, because this is the area which is very flat and easy to move around. But once you go inside deep, then there are some gorges and this the valleys. Therefore, from this valley, this elephant campus was kept. Now when I say camp number 4, that was for horse forces. Horse force, elephant force, the footfold soldier force, all these were hidden here, all like this. Now, as we see on the left-hand side here, right-hand side, in the red color I have shown, this is the battlefield. And this is that river Banas. This is a river bed. Here it is shown as blank, but at that time it was having some water sources. Now we'll see scene number 2 of the scene number 1.2. It is at 8 o'clock. Now here you will see that some of the skirmishers means it's a congregation about a company of about 100 plus minus. They were the advanced party, and they were to first.
ओक जी
हेलो मैम, आप बताइए, क्योंकि उनको आवाज नहीं आ रही है आपकी।
हाँ, तो ऐसे नहीं चल सकता, आपको टेस्ट करना चाहिए था पहले। एवरीवन इज वेस्टिंग वी आर
एक्चुअली
वेस्टिंग
ये
एवरीवन।
हमारा, हाँ नहीं मैं समझ सकती हूँ, क्योंकि ये हमारा फर्स्ट टाइम भी नहीं है। इवन आई एम वंडरिंग कि हो क्या गया, क्योंकि टेस्टिंग तो बहुत बार हुआ है मैम, बट द थिंग इज कि आज पता नहीं क्या प्रॉब्लम हो गई। इवन आई एम वंडरिंग क्या हो रहा है। तो अभी क्या कर सकते हैं बताइए, क्योंकि उनको नहीं आ रही है, आवाज भी नहीं आ रही है।
या तो ये स्लाइड शो आप मेरे साथ शेयर कर देते तो आई कैन डिस्प्ले दिस स्लाइड शो और वो वहां से बोल सकते थे। या आप अपने पास ले लीजिए ये स्लाइड शो, आप एक एक आगे बढ़ाइए और वो कमेंट्री दें। पर ये पूरा हमारा सबका टाइम वेस्ट हो रहा है।
ओके, ठीक है, मैं उनसे बात करती हूँ अभी, क्योंकि उनको नहीं समझ में आ रहा है। जो हम अभी बात कर रहे हैं ना, वो शायद उनको नहीं सुनाई दे रहा है। जस्ट गिव मी अ मिनट।
आप उनसे स्लाइड शो ले लीजिए और आप डिस्प्ले करिए।
Even I am working on something. Just 2 minutes. I'll let him know your suggestion. Just give me 2 minutes.
Actually, he is not playing, not moving the slides.
Okay. 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 Understood. Okay, now leave it. Okay, understood. Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me? See, when I am having this mobile and this screen, there is coming echo as far as I am concerned. Because of that, when I switch off this mobile, the both this mobile as well as the laptop is getting unmuted, muted. That is what the problem is. Now, I don't know exactly how to solve this.
अभी ठीक से आ रहा है।
हाँ मैडम, वो आप सही ठीक कह रही है। ये मैं अभी स्लाइड्स दिखा रहा हूँ, वो आपको अभी दिखाई देती है क्या?
स्लाइड लिखी हुई थी, लेकिन आप पहली स्लाइड पर स्टक थे। अब आपको जब फोन आया है, अब आपने स्लाइड्स आगे किए हैं।
अच्छा, ये स्लाइड्स दिखाई दे रही है ना?
हाँ, अभी ये स्लाइड दिख रही है 19, 7, 13, 12, 8। हाँ जी,
Okay.
अब आप थर्ड स्लाइड पर जाइए और वहां से कहानी शुरू कीजिए, बट बी क्विक बिकॉज वी हैव वेस्टेड ऑलमोस्ट 37 minutes.
Okay, okay. Now can I start with this?
Yeah, okay, fine. चलिए.
Okay. Now can you see the slide?
We can see the slide.
Okay, I'll start from here. I don't know, I mean, to what an extent you have heard. Madam and everybody, sorry for the disturbance and somehow or the other, this glitch which has happened because of the ignorance of mine on my side, and I'm not able to tie up the situation. But let me try. Leave aside all these issues. Now, Chetak final leap. You see, this is the great leap which was described by many warriors and many of the books, historians, as well as Veer Vinod. This was a gorge, which was a dry stream, which was about 20 feet deep as well as 25 feet broad. And so this particular leap, the exhausted Chetak could not pass on this long jump test and fell down. As they fell down, you will see it here, both of them were injured. With the moist eyes, Maharana Pratap kissed his tame beloved son and parted. So this was the very emotional situation. And this particular issue has been, you will see at the here around that the Maharana is having tears in his eyes as well as this Chetak having his last breath. Now we are switching over this situation. One sec, just hold on. Let me keep my mobile away from me. Okay. Now let me go scene by scene. My purpose was to show various scenes or the battlefield zones where the actual action has taken place. Now let us see, around 6:30 on 18th of June 1576, it was Friday, how the situation was. All these areas of hills, on the top of the hills, these hills had hidden in their different platoon, and their platoon commanders were reporting to Rana Pratap, who was camped here. Elephant camp was here around, and the horses force camp was around here. And whatever has been shown in the black color is the actual battlefield. The river is Banas on the by the side of this. We'll switchly go now. And here is that situation where I'm saying there was a gorge between this hillock and this river. In between this road, which is, even if you see now the present road also is going like this. So in this particular gorge-like thing, the hills were hiding here, and the skirmishers, that means about a company or about 100 plus soldiers had gone in search to find out what is the particular situation favoring to us, what is the situation behind this particular hill. So when they had gone there, they were caught in between because of the hills. They started throwing arrows and spears on them, and they started scattering. Meanwhile, the firing of Tofkhana of Sardar Hakim Su had also started, and this entire mission had failed, and they had to retreat it back. This is what is scene 1 and 2 is showing. It is around 8 o'clock. Now we'll slightly go ahead. Now around 8:30, what was the situation? The same chicken neck. This is the same chicken neck. I'm now showing it to you. Both sides are the hills. This is the Banas River, and the Mughal skirmishers, those who had gone inside, they had to retreat. Now, once they had retreated, this is what I matted arrow, they have started retreating from there. Now, to fill up this vacuum, Asad Khan, who was in the center of this particular forces, who was Harawal, it's not in the
are you able
center
to
forward, he decided to send these troops from his own side, and these troops started going in this gorge again. Now, this time what had happened, they have realized that the arrows are coming from these hilltops. So the forces of Mughals, they climbed these hills from the rear and then started killing them. And therefore, the force which was hills, they had to either get killed or to run away. So this is what I have shown here. Similarly, there was another force which crossed the river and overcame this particular both the hills, and from this angle, as this arrow is showing, they went and found out this Hakim Sur's cannons, and this cannons and this that firepower which was there, they stopped it, somehow broken it. Then particular in this situation, Hakim Sur, who was the second in command, as far as he was more or less, he had either died or he got injured, because there is no further mention of this in the battle. Now, when this particular scene was going on in odd corner, in the other side, Maharana Pratap realized.
Shashikant ji, we can't see your slides because the slides are again frozen.
Ma'am is not able to listen us.
तो अभी आप कैसे, आप या तो यहाँ हमारे एक सज्जन है, या तो आपको मैंने कहा था आप स्लाइड भेज देते, क्योंकि अब तो मुझे सेशन खत्म करने के टाइम पर आ गए हैं।
जी, मैंने बताया उनको कि आपका सजेशन मैंने उनके यहाँ तक भेजा कि फटाफट ईमेल कर दें, लेकिन हमारी भी बात पूरी तरह से नहीं हो पाई क्योंकि बीच में फोन भी कट हो रहे हैं। हमारे यहाँ बारिश भी इतनी हो रही है कि फोन भी कट हो रहे हैं बार बार। तो अभी मुझे लगता है क्या कर सकते हैं, आई डोंट नो, यू ओनली सजेस्ट।
नहीं, आप हमें स्लाइड भेज दें, हम अपने पार्टिसिपेंट्स को भेज देंगे, दैट्स ऑल वी कैन डू।
ओके ओके, तो मैं उनको फिर बता दूं कि अभी कुछ करें सो दैट
जी, या हमारे एक सज्जन है, उनका नंबर मैं आपको लिख देती हूँ, he can try to take control of his system.
Okay.
वैशाली जी हैं। सिस्टम अपडेट करना, जूम अपडेट करना, इसलिए इट्स वेरी एसेंशियल।
Can you hear me now?
Hello. मैम मेरा भी नेटवर्क में चला गया। या
हे तो बंद कर, तिकडे जा गं, ते नेहा बोलते तुझे। Hello.
Sorry, Shashikant ji, we have to stop you because we cannot hear you. We cannot see your slides moving, and I don't know what is wrong from your side.
But no, there is tremendous kind of मैम मैं आपको बता दूं, यहाँ बहुत बारिश हो रही है, मेरा भी मीटिंग बार-बार।
Am I clear to you? Can you hear me?
हम आपको सुन पा रहे हैं, आप हमें नहीं सुन पा रहे हैं।
एक मिनट।
But I don't see any network problem. Network is completely
नहीं मैम, एक्चुअली क्या हुआ, मेरे भी बैक टू बैक मीटिंग्स हो रहे हैं तो वहाँ पे भी प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है। तो
एक मिनट, होल्ड ऑन।
I'll just hello.
Yeah.
This is my mobile, and my mobile is giving echo to you, to the main my display laptop. Because of this, I have switched off this mobile. Because mobile was switched off, I became unmuted. This is one problem, but this can be has been overcome. My presentation slides, are you seeing them or not? आता झालं संपलं तिचं संपलं तर बघू तो म्हणत असतील तर बंद करू. What is the situation and how I am going to overcome this? Can you help me out?
I cannot do anything. आप मुझे अपनी slide, you can share your slides with me. I will share those slides with all the participants. Otherwise, there is no other option. Nothing is in my hands.
Ma'am,
were you able to listen to me what the presentation I had done up till now?
We were able
Could you
to
see the slides?
No. Slides were frozen.
These were the slides which I am showing you. Can you see them on the
Dad, are you able to? Hello? Hello? I think he is not able to.
Now here I am showing, but you can't see them.
We can see now, but
now you can see.
जी अभी देख पा रहे हैं पर स्लाइड नेक्स्ट मूव नहीं करती आपकी.
Yes, we can see the slides in which it is written KWR Mansingh Signal.
Can you see the slides?
Company.
Yes.
Uzbek
can you listen? Hear my voice?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, we all can listen your voice
Okay.
now.
But the problem is that I can't see my slides.
It is
now can you see the slides? Okay.
Yes, it is scene 5.2, 11 AM, KWR, Mansingh Signals, Chief of the Fresh Cavalry Company 1.
Can you put me on corner?
We have everything is fine from our side. Probably you are using the wrong
I can't hear you.
of Zoom.
Madam, I cannot hear you.
So
but you can hear me. And you can see the slides.
Let us finish this
I
session.
will do like this. I will show you from here. Is it okay with you? Can you see them or not?
Ma'am, sorry to intervene, but I think you must just close
Actually,
the session if the time is. हाँ, अगर आपको time, हाँ बोलिए.
मुझे लग रहा है उन्होंने अपना जो व्यू होता है ना, देखिए उन्होंने या तो अपने आप को गैलरी व्यू पर या कुछ एक उस पर रखा हुआ है और हमारा वो नहीं देख पा रहे हैं और इसलिए उनको स्लाइड नहीं दिखाई दे रही है.
नहीं, वो तो वो रूम में है अभी और कल ही हम लोगों का सब रनिंग हुआ तो कल को तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं थी. बट ऑल्दो वी हैव नो एक्सक्यूजेस राइट नाउ टू गिव इट टू यू एंड ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ हिम आई से सॉरी कि आपका टाइम भी गया और आप सब पार्टिसिपेंट्स का भी टाइम गया.
आप अभी वो बोलिए स्लाइड को भूल जाएं और चाहे तो थोड़ी देर कुछ बोल दें यदि बोल सकते हैं और फिर हम देखेंगे क्या कर सकते हैं.
जी, आपका टाइम अप होने को है तो फिर मतलब अभी और 10 मिनट होंगे. इफ
नहीं 10 मिनट है लेकिन अभी 10 मिनट है लेकिन अगर वो कुछ बात कह सकते हैं तो कह दें. अदरवाइज जस्ट ट्राइंग टू सॉर्ट आउट दिस ग्लिच इज विल नॉट मीन एनीथिंग.
ठीक है, आई विल डू दैट.
Can you hear me? And I can, can you, madam, speak for so that I can understand you are speaking and all?
जी बताइए, आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं?
Maybe if you can speak with like an enunciated voice, then he can maybe lip read what you're saying, like how we can.
Are you able to listen to me?
Let me go to my mobile, and from there, let me speak and spend this remaining time like that. Just hold on. Well, gentlemen, can you hear me now? Hello.
Yes, we all can hear you.
So nice. Thank you, sir. And somehow or the other, I am sorry for this inconvenience which has caused. And it was on my part, it was an ignorance, and I could not test it previously. But this particular situation has come for the first time. Leave aside all this. Let me continue on this Maharana Pratap's battle. Now I'm trying to show you the scenes or the sectors wherein this particular acts of fight has started. It was in the beginning, it was in the gorge between the hills and the river Banas. And there the battle was lost by the Mughal forces, and the skirmishers or the advanced portion they had gone back. In the second scene, I have tried to show that the Maharana Pratap was on the elephant, and along with him, there are about 4 or 5 elephants. They have started going in the Haraval, left side of Haraval. Haraval is that advanced portion of the forces. So when they started going, the elephants led this particular force in such a way that the Mughal forces of left side of their position, they started retreating and going and taking, they are running back, seeing the fearful these elephants coming towards them. Now, along with the forces, the horse force, which was also following elephants, they advance because the elephants are in speed wise, they are very low. And then as soon as this particular battle started, the elephants, they remained in the backside of this, and the horses went ahead. And what they did was the most remarkable aspect of this particular battle. The Mughal forces or Maharaja Mansing's forces were carrying cannons, and the cannon, and along with the cannon, they have ammunition. This cannon and ammunition were dumped at a particular place. This was known to Maharaja Maharana Pratap, and their idea was to somehow break that and make it ineffective. And therefore, this force which was going towards this retreating forces of Akbar or Mansingh, they reached to that place where this cannons and the ammunition was kept. And they broke open that, and the gadas or the thing carriers, their wheels were removed and this and that, and they were made unserviceable, so that this particular force, which was the heart of his core of activity of that, because along with these cannons and the ammunition, they were to go to Gogunda and break open the doors of Gogunda fort. Otherwise, that fort is impossible and it was impregnable. But with this force of cannons, something can be done. But this cannon and the ammunition along with that was destroyed by Maharana Pratap. And that is the great victory which is not very highlighted by the historians or whatever that. Because of this, now you will see after some time that Gogunda was not being able to capture for almost 4 months, and they were sitting outside because this particular fire force or the cannons and the ammunition was somehow made unserviceable. Now, this was the situation wherein Pratap's forces were actually winning And this was somewhere around 9:30, 10 o'clock. The battle has started around 8:30, and by about 2 hours, Rana Pratap forces have gone very deep on the left hand side of Haraval, and the right hand side also Haraval. They were scattered here and there. Now I will further, the third scene, what is shown here is that both Rana Pratap as well as Mansingh on their elephants, they came in a seeing or the shouting, what to call, distance. Both of them realized that he is the one, because they have got as insignias on their elephants and their various gadgets. And therefore they realized that he is the Rana Pratap, and he said he is Mansingh. But they were away slightly from the spear throwing distance. And that was not the plan of both the commanders. And therefore, both this Raja Mansingh, he retreated back and took a safer area to keep himself administrating or having the control over the situation. But at the same time, he went back. Maharana Pratap also realized that there is no point in now confronting him, because as we are going to win, and this particular situation that all his cannons and ammunition has been broken or made unserviceable, he also went back on the elephant, and at a place where I have shown in the slide, there he switched over from elephant to Chetak, and now he is on Chetak, and those elephants have again gone back in their respective place. And these were the elephants only from the Maharana side. Elephants from the Mansingh side have not taken the situation at that particular place. Now we will go to situation number 4. In situation number 4, Rana Mansingh, realizing that this particular situation is going out of control, he showed hand or signal to his brother. This is called Madho Singh. Madho Singh and Rana the Mansingh, they showed the signal by waving of those flags, this and that, to the rear party or the reserve force of Uzbeks. Uzbek was led, those forces were led by Mihir Khan. Mihir Khan is a name which is written there. Now he was the person who was having the horse force or the horse riders who were very ferocious, and they are well known because they have got their typical way of marching forward and very fearful speed, and their ability to kill the thing from their archers while sitting on the horses and running. So you might have seen this particular scenes, especially on this Western movies. This many of this Indian Red Indians are shouting and creating that noise, and that Mackana's gold and this and that you might have seen, more or less something like that. And that particular situation, this Meher Singh Khan, he created, and he came charging into the battlefield. Now, while this particular situation was happening, Maharana Pratap realized that this is the opportune time for all our forces to create that impact and throw them and make this particular battle in a winning situation. Therefore, all the names whose we generally know that from the Ram Singh, I'm not able to remember all their names just like that, but all the important Sardars and their troops had gone into that area which is now called as a Raktatalai. Now, on one side, the Maharana Pratap's entire force has gone there in that particular zone, and whereas the Meher Khan had come ferociously charging up there, and somehow or the other, the entire area was covered and encircled by the Mughal forces. On one side by the horses, and the other one, those who were retreating, they also realized that now the time that the forces have now regained our strength, and they have encircled this Rana Pratap's, all these important persons, and roughly about 300 to 500 soldiers and this and that from Rana Pratap's side, they got killed or they were wounded. This particular situation had tilted in the favor of Mughals. Now, when this particular situation was occurring, and while doing this, Maharana Pratap has switched over to Chetak. Maharana has realized that we are now short of this situation I cannot control. Therefore, he pushed all his elephants in the battlefield. Now, once he saw that, because it's signaling everything, these are all very open things. When they saw that the Maharana Pratap has brought their elephants in front, the other side, that means Mughal side, Mansingh also asked his battle elephants to come into the force in the fair. And now this battle of elephants, which is very famous, which is not very given a very significant role, they came in front of each other. And generally, it is said that Luna, the name of that elephant, was from Maharana Pratap's side, and that side is Gajamukta. Gajamukta and Luna, they came face to face and started to show their strength by pushing there with the trunks as well as the tusks. And they were actually war hardened, and they were trained ones. And whosoever has the higher strength, and then whosoever which elephant he bows down and goes on knees, that means that elephant of his own, as per their system, they say that this particular elephant has now retreated and he is defeated. And that was the situation had occurred with Luna. Luna somehow was not able to get the pressure of those other side, that Gajamukta, and somehow fell down, and on his thing, he was killed. Luna was killed. When Luna was killed, Rana Pratap put his Ram Pratap, who was a very old seasoned elephant, into the battlefield. And now Ram Prasad and that side Gajamukta and various other names I am not able to tell you just like that. But there are about 6-7 elephants which were fighting with each other. Now, situation in front of this Ram Prasad was such that the Mahout of Ram Prasad got injured and then fell down. There, in one of the slides, you will see that this particular Mahout, seeing that Mahout has fallen down, the elephant has actually tried to put that fellow up and put him back on the seat, on his neck, so that he will able to control it. But later on, that elephant realized that this fellow is dead. By then, the very important situation, which is described in the historical documents also, that the Mahout of other side, that means from Mughal side, jumped from and sat on the head of this Ram Prasad, and he started controlling Ram Prasad. Now Ram Prasad, though was from Maharana Pratap side, he made that to make it 180 degrees turn, and now Ram Prasad was now creating havoc in the inside the persons or those who are following this the troops of Maharana Pratap. This particular situation, seeing the other elephants also started following, and there was a big commotion in the areas of Maharana Pratap, because all these elephants now started coming against them, and they were started running away. This was unexpected situation as far as Rana Pratap was concerned, and realizing that if I cannot control this, I mean, this is the situation I have to now jump in, and therefore he on his horseback started going towards now to Rana Mansingh. Mansingh was on elephant and Rana Pratap was on Chetak. Rana Pratap has his own security ring, which was consisting of Bhils and various other Sardars. But they were left behind, and he very ferociously went inside and stood in front of Mansingh's elephant. And there is that famous saying, "Arey, the Mansingh, I have this Rana Pratap has come in front of you. Let us fight." This is that particular quote which is very famous. And this, while saying so, he put the Chetak in such a mode that the Chetak's first or top hoods were on the head and the ears of this elephant. You cannot confront the elephant from the front. You have to go from the sides, and that's how the elephant was. The Chetak took over this particular his hoofs and put around the ears. Idea was somehow or other create that situation so that the Mahout loses his balance. Once the balance is lost and the Mahout is out of this, this half of the battle is won, because that then the elephant doesn't get any instructions. So, but that situation did not arise, because the 12 feet long that spear, which actually was thrown at Mansingh, was had hit the Mahood, and somehow Mahood of his own or because of the situation, Mahood got injured and he fell down. Seeing that this Mahood is now no more, I think. Meanwhile, of course, the hoofs of this Chetak had come down. When this was to happen, the elephant who was having a long sword held or tied up with his trunk had started swinging that sword on both the sides, and somehow or the other, the rear leg of the Chetak got injured because of that particular swing of that sword. So Chetak also was about to lose his balance, and though he was limping, but he did not fall down, and he kept on trotting and was trying to go away from there, because the animal there, they have also got their own security system. So when this particular situation has happened, Zhala, who was the security guard and the main important the Sardar of Pratap, he came there and he said, "What are you doing? This is not as per our plan, and let us better you go back, because this is, once you are injured, then the problem will be there." So as it said that Zhala had taken over this particular situation against Mansingh. The situation was as per this particular, though Rana Pratap was emotionally charged, he slowly realized that this is a wrong thing, because as per our plan, this is not happening. And then he decided to take a tactical retreat, and he said, "Let me go into that HaldiGhati gorge, so that once I go, the others will follow. I mean, especially those Mughal forces. And as per our program plan, the Bhils on the both sides of the hill are waiting for this type of situation, and they will ambush all this Mughal forces, especially those foot soldiers." So as per their plan, he went into that Ghati or the pass. As he went inside, this particular situation was taken over by Zhala Mansingh. Somehow or the other, Zhala was circumvented by the forces of Mansingh, and he, while fighting this particular battle, he lost his life. Meanwhile, Maharana Pratap, on his Chetak, which was limping, he went almost about 10 kilometers in that gorge, and so, there was a dry stream which was flowing, which was not flowing, but it was a dry one. It's about 20 feet down and about 25 feet of width. That limping Chetak was not able to cross over that long jump, and then somehow he fell down, and both of them failed and got injured. And seeing that this Chetak taking his last breath, the Rana felt very sorry, and that was the very sad situation, and that's how the historical books also describe, and we have got those statues and this thing in the memory of this Chetak also, in addition to Rana Pratap. Now we'll switch over back to our scene. Now we have seen this particular situation where almost about 300 plus, or whatever the case may be. I mean, we are not in a position to know exactly how many had died, but because of their injured this thing and their deaths, the injuries, the persons, those who were in the around that, it started raining around, this was around 3:30, and because of the rains, this particular entire area became red because of the blood and the stains of both parties injured or dead bodies, and that is why it is now called as the Raktatalai. Now this Raktatalai, the situation where it was, now also become a very great monument, and I happened to be there, and I did the dowsing, with which I found out that this was the exact place which has been narrated, and this is rightly so, because on the bank of this particular river, Banas River. Now, as 3:30 has occurred and it has started drizzling, and then it followed by a very strong winds, as well as this pre-monsoon showers. This particular now the situation is that shall we go and follow Rana Pratap in that HaldiGhati or not? This particular matter was discussed amongst the senior commanders along with Mansingh, and ultimately they decided there's no point in going now, because as it is the weather conditions are not favoring. Number two, we don't know if we go inside what will be the situation. So therefore they decided to drop this idea, and they came back to that Molela hill where they were parked, and they stayed there. I mean, they remained there for about 2 days, as it said. And so after 2 days, then they started sending the advance parties again to find out whether they are still there, the Maharana forces are there or not. They realized that they are not there, and therefore they, in 3 lines, these are all in my slides, you will see which were the routes they had taken, and they ultimately went ahead to go ahead for Gogunda. Rana Pratap on his own, on his side, as per the instructions, some of them had gone to Gogunda, they had gone to Kumhalgarh. Kumhalgarh is the place where he has kept all his important persons, everything. He has shifted from Gogunda to Kumhalgarh. It's about 50 kilometers distance between these two forts. This Kumhalgarh fort is one of the impregnable fort which was not conquered by any of these warriors, except because of the bribing and this and that, all that other means than fighting. So they went, and then Rana Pratap realized that what damage he has done is so great that now even if they go to Gogunda and try to open the doors of the Gogunda, they will not be able to do, and that is exactly what has happened. And on many occasions, people say that, what is this? Who won the battle? So actually, if you see tactically, Rana Pratap has won the battle because of those cannons and the ammunition which were dumped, which was there, that was destroyed. And that is further, as I told you, because of they were not able to conquer this Gogunda fort for 4 months. And because of that, a lot of in between infights, and some of the Sardars of this thing went and made a complaint to Akbar saying that this fellow, he is useless, he has not done anything. Neither he has captured him, Pratap, or killed Pratap, or was able to conquer that particular fort. So this was the situation in short. I think it is 8:45. Sorry, I am not able to give you the proper justification by showing the slides. Actually, the slides are more than 70. It is in 2 parts. And I wanted to know that if I have to show you all these slides in the form of an ebook, can youngsters or the Hindu students from your community and our community there can help me out, because I'm totally a new person. I mean, somehow I have learned and I have been able to produce all this. So I expect some sort of a help from you people. Are there any questions? Hello. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Ji. It was nice, despite of all the glitches and
yes,
the presentation got messed up. But
yes,
for future, I would like to just suggest you for future,
yes,
kindly send those slide or presentation to the organizers in advance.
oh yes.
So if this presentation would have sent to me earlier, it was easier for me to display, and you can just be talking from your side.
I think your suggestion is most valuable, and not only with you, but others also. I'll share those in advance so that I don't have to rush around and create this type of a mess in future.
Yes.
Thanks, ma'am.
No, thank you.
How many were they present? I don't know. Somehow that I was just a bit curious to know.
No, actually, people are from all our participants are different in different time zones. So it is being live streamed on the Facebook as well. So they will be watching on their own pace.
Okay. So whatever has
earlier
been
there were many people, but now because of this technical glitch, we only have 13 people at the moment.
Right, ma'am. Leave aside this issue. Can you give me some sort of an attempt for in your future, not in this particular session, as per your plan, whatever that, but in future, wherever there you get a chance.
Yes,
And I would like
we will try to conduct a different session if possible, because all the slots are booked now. We don't have
that
any
is perfectly
available
okay.
slot.
Yeah. Not now, after some time, whatever the case. And I would like to have a communication with the younger generation of those who are residing in American societies. And I want to create that awareness as to what was our battle situation. Most of the boys there are seeing and playing with the video games, various these battles, and they are very, they are quite conversant with this type of battle situations. So I want them to understand this and try and create this particular on something like a video game or something like that, because with that only we will be able to catch their imagination and their attention. So this was my one
I have a close friend of mine, a family.
right.
He just finished his education from Harvard, from Boston, not
Okay.
from Harvard. And he is
Right.
in this business, video game business. He is an expert of this. I
Right.
will talk to him. He is a young guy, just started his business in Houston.
Right.
So we will try to bring all these things.
Okay. So shall I request you that I will send now itself, if possible, the part 1 and part 2 of my this presentation.
Yes,
and
you
you
can
go
share.
through that. And then amongst yourself, you decide as to how to go ahead about it, because this was the part 2 of this my presentation, that book. So, and then guide me and how we can go ahead about this particular presentation, so that the inspirational, those battles are shown to the younger generations. In addition to this, I have got about 7-8 other battles, which are basically from Maharaja Shivaji Maharaj. Okay. And
So
with this,
if anyone,
I would like to, yeah, go ahead.
if anyone looking to talk to Oak ji, you can raise your hand or you can unmute yourself. Yes, Abhishek.
Yes, thank you, sir, for the good presentation. And the Battle of HaldiGhati is very well described by you in the latest part of the presentation. And I recommend included in the NCERT books of Bharat, so that all may learn the facts and the timing you have described, as when it is 8:30 a.m. in the morning, what is the situation when it is books. I have this suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhishek.
Go ahead, please, sir. Hello.
So, thank you, Abhishek ji. It was nice. So probably he was not hearing. Okay.
Okay.
So
I may repeat.
I would like everyone, all our youth warriors, please remember our Hindu identity is saved because of these 3 warriors of modern times. They are Shivaji Maharaj, Maharana Pratap, and Rani Jhansi. So, and there is a very good poetry about this HaldiGhati Yudh is in Hindi, and the poet was Shyam Narayan ji. So try to read that poem, and you can recite it in your school function or any other function. Try to memorize those few of those lines at least. So that will be very nice. I won't take long because it's a short break time now. So take a break, come back soon. The next session is going to be very interesting. It is Hindus around the world, and our presenter will be Bhai Ashwini Rajpal from Vancouver. So be on time. We will see you. If you have to, no, I think that's fine. Okay. So we will take a break. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, can I just final words regarding this particular the Hindus who were ruling this thing all over the world was propagated by my uncle called P.N. Oak, who was also said that Taj Mahal is a Hindu temple. He was my uncle.
Yes.
And number two, before we depart, I want to say the slogan or war cry or Ranagarjana, so that we end with this: Bharat Mata ki Jai!
Jai.
Bharat Mata ki
Jai.
Jai, Jai,
Bharat Mata ki.
Jai, Jai.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
From my side.
Namaste.
And sir, I also want to recommend that all should be included in the NCERT books of Bharat, so that all the students
Yes.
so that all the students may get to know the correct version of the HaldiGhati and about the Shivaji Maharaj and about the Rani Lakshmi Bai of Jhansi and all the great warriors, which we were told that they are just doing the simple things, but they are very courageous and they have fought very courageously. That all should be included as it is. Thank you.
Sure.
अभिषेक जी धन्यवाद। और इसके साथ मैं एक छोटी सी और भी एक करना चाहता हूँ कि हमारे यहाँ ब्रिटिशरों ने जो ये किया हुआ है ना स्पेलिंग्स, अशोक को अशोका, राम को रामा, और ये एनसीईआरटी की बुक्स में भी रामा कृष्णा ऐसे हिंदी में लिखा गया है। जब मैं मेरे बच्चों को पढ़ाता था तो मुझे बड़ा गुस्सा आता था। तो हमें राम कृष्ण ये हिंदी में लिखते समय राम को रामा क्यों करते, अशोक को अशोका क्यों कर रहे, हिमालय को हिमालया क्यों करते, सतलज नदी को सतलुज, क्योंकि स्पेलिंग एल्यूज है, इसलिए हमने सतलुज लिखना शुरू कर दिया। ये